Matt came up with this crazy idea, guys. Basically, once you get one thing done on your boat, the rest of it starts going downhill, and I'm fired up about it. To talk about moolah, money, cash flow.
I gotta take some champers to the dome to get through all this.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU. Today is a day that I never thought was going to come, and we are prepping our boat to sail away. It's time. Our boat is complete for the most part. I'm sure there's little things here and there, but we don't care anymore. It's done, and we're moving on. We're also, later on in this video, we're going to talk about moolah, money, cash flow, and how much the refit cost us / repower. So stay tuned for that. But first things first, we're going to get right into something that I'll let Matt talk about.
Well, we're talking about big money bread, and obviously you can see this beautiful boat behind me, and we know it don't come cheap. It could be easy for a man to get big-headed with surrounded by so much beauty and ambiance and all that good stuff. But I'm going to humble myself today, and I got to go in the water to mow my grass. I could probably pay somebody to do it, but I'm just too much of a thug. I can't get off $1.
And it's been a year.
It's been one full year that I haven't cleaned the bottom, so we have a relatively new bottom job, so I think it's not going to be too bad, but I have to go down there, scrape the whole bottom of the boat, and then while I'm down there, I'm going to be putting my old prop on. I've tried to source a prop, and I had a good lead on a prop. People was helping me out, but then when we did our giveaway, I lost all my contacts, and I don't know who's got the prop now, and I'm like, oh man. So if y'all know a good prop dealership, let me know in the comments below. But I'm putting my old prop back on, and then we'll be ready to sail on the bottom. We'll be able to get up to whole speed and take off on that. And then, you know, we're just going to keep on prepping the boat, knocking off little jobs until we're ready to hit sail.
All right, let's go. Alright, so we got that cleaned up. It wasn't too bad. It just took a really long time. Thankful for Matt that he got that all cleaned up. Now the next step is, as you can see behind me, our Dodger. You can't see through it, but you can see it behind me, and it needs to be cleaned. I don't know if it's going to come back, but we're going to try a few different products on it. I have some Pledge, but it's not regular Pledge, it's the multi-surface cleaner. I have some Dawn wipes I'm gonna try. I have some Goo Gone degreaser type of item that I'm going to try to use on it. And then Matt came up with this crazy idea, guys, and I'm pretty nervous. He wants to pull out the flames. So I guess, what is it called, a torching? He wants to torch a little bit to see if it cleans it up. He saw something somewhere. So let's try out these products and see if anything's going to work.
First one is Pro Strength Goof Off. Kirsten didn't mention this one, but we're going to give this one a whirl.
Goof off, not goo gone. You're going to do both sides, right?
Yep.
Hopefully none of these completely destroy it. Uh-oh.
Alright, next one on the list is Goo Gone Pro Power Goo and Adhesive Remover. Let's give it a whirl. "99.9% killing of bacteria and viruses, Dawn disinfecting wipes." Our next one is our Pionite quality cleaner here. It's used for citrus-based adhesives cleaners. Hopefully this works. This has been working pretty hardcore for us, so let's see. Alright, so far our team has not been batting 1,000, so we're down to the pledge.
Yeah, it's all looking like it's some's coming off, but none of it's like, ooh, wait, it's working.
We can't see through any of them, so therefore we haven't found a solution yet, but maybe the pledge. Alright, well none of those work, so now it's time to get extreme.
What if those products are flammable and you light up the whole boat?
Oh well, RIP.
Don't melt it. Did it work?
No.
Alright, here's the results, people. First, don't flame it, because you'll put a brown burn spot. Second off, it looks, you can see a little bit cleaner, but that could just be because we just need a light wash, but none of it's clear. But I do feel like the very first one did the best, and that's goof off, right?
Yeah, what if we did the goof off with like a really fine sandpaper?
I don't know about that.
Can't get any worse than
Let's
this.
just give it a wash all over. So that didn't do very much, guys. This seems like a big fail. I'm pretty frustrated about it, to be honest. It seemed like that goof off was just getting up the film and we were just mooing it and mushing it around. So we were trying to get up the film and then wipe it off with another cleaning product. We're gonna take it off. It needs sewing repairs, and we're going to like fully like soap it and clean it on like the floor to really try to get it, but it might be a lost cause, which is frustrating because I can always pay and get more glass.
Yeah, we bought that cheap plastic. That stuff is garbage.
I can buy more plastic and get that sewn in, but at the end of the day, my Dodger's already discolored. It's already slightly falling apart, so how much money do I really want to put into it? It's just frustrating. Basically, once you get one thing done on your boat, the rest of it starts going downhill, and I'm fired up about it.
Once you beautify one thing on your boat, the thing that's directly attached to that, now you can see, wow, that actually looks hideous. And it's strange that it's all you can stare at. I don't know if everyone else is like that out there, but I definitely am. So it's for me, I don't know, you got to be able to see through the Dodger, so we got to figure this out.
So the next thing I have to deal with is my sail bag. I used really cheap thread and it's already falling apart. I know I was supposed to use the good thread, but at the time I didn't have it, and then, you know, I just went for it. So I have good thread now because I sewed the cushions inside, so I'm going to repair that and hopefully it's going to come out better. It's still neon turquoise, which sucks, but I did buy some other dye. If you didn't see in a previous episode, I tried to dye it with RIT dye. I bought now synthetic RIT dye, so I'm hoping that's going to work later on, but that'll be a future project. So let's get to that sewing machine. I have my UV resistant thread that I have left over from my cushions from SAILMAKER. I'll be using that on this, and first things first, clearly the zipper's off. It didn't come all the way off, but as you can hear, it's gonna end up coming all the way off. So I'm gonna have to sew all the way down that line, fix that, and then we'll jump into the next step. I went over almost all the seams and all the zippers with the good thread, so it should not fall apart. But the next step is, before I used like this backpack strap that I thought was going to last, and it sews onto these sail track type pieces. This is what goes into the boom. So I sew this on the bottom of the sail bag and it slides into the boom, and that's how it stays on. But these are pretty much disintegrating, so I got this good nylon, I think, is this called nylon, Matt? A nylon strap?
I think so.
A good one that's UV resistant, that's made for like sails and stuff, so gotta re-sew that all back on. And I've learned my lesson, guys, trust me. This is my lesson I've learned. When it comes to canvas, just don't do it yourself. Pay someone and pay all your money, else you'll be endlessly fixing it.
Spend all the money or be ready to do it again 2 years later, pretty much.
Yeah, and look at the color I got. This is what I wanted it to be. This is what I got now, so.
Heinous. Final for the Dodger is I couldn't get it clean. I'm gonna put it back on. I think for the sake of sailing, it's gonna do its job. We're going on some short shakedown sails here, so I think it'll be fine. But I put bleach on it, soap, pickle juice, everything. You
What? You put pickle juice?
You never know. Someone would have said pickle juice.
Matt, that's embarrassing.
People got a lot of home remedies, but I couldn't get it to come any cleaner. I don't know what it is, but if you guys know any tricks for the cheapest plastic.
Why don't you try mayonnaise next?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Let's get a sandwich made on the Dodger.
You know what? I'm not appreciating this right now. But either way, we got it to where it's good enough. We sewed up some things, so maybe I'll try to see if there's like some new glass that we could put on it, because that would be relatively inexpensive and we could just sew it right over this. And 2 years after making this, where it's turning into another Frankenstein project. But either way, right now I got to get through my rat's nest of cords so that I can get my
sail bag,
my lazy jack set up to where I can hoist it and it will support itself. So let's do it. We're here at the booze locker, and there's only one reason you'd ever walk up to the booze locker, and it's to get some booze out. We're about to talk about money. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's time to get your sundowner. Grab your favorite drink. We're getting down to the nitty gritty of the cha-ching, cha-ching, money, money. I don't know what that was, but the cha-ching, cha-ching, money, money. And you know what, guys? It hurt me bad, so I'm gonna pour one up. I'm popping bottles. I'm popping, you know, my boy Johnny Depp said it right. He said he's going to do some champers. I got to take some champers to the dome to get through all this, because I looked through it a little bit earlier and it hurts to go through and get set. But boy, the boat looks good though. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to drink champers and look at the beauty. And guys, also this is the very first inaugural booze locker right here. This is the first time we're pulling booze up out this bad boy. Don't need my shaker, even though I could shake up a real drink.
Oh, and our champagne's warm, so we're making mimosas on ice, so.
Don't hate us.
There's that. All right, ready? I'm not gonna pop it. I don't want to hurt her new boat. I'm just gonna pop it. All right, ready, guys?
Pop lock and drop it.
All right, and by the way, some fans crawled on our boat when we didn't know and left this for us. So if you're the person that took the sneak peek of our boat before it was filmed and left us this champagne, you know, I feel like saying thank you, but I also feel like, I don't know.
Well, I did come in one day and the boat was all a mess. Didn't look as good as it did. There was this bottle of champers here, and I said, "Oh, what?" I said, "Someone must have came in our boat." And Chris said, "They got the sneak peek." So, you know, I don't know how to feel about it either. I feel like thank you, nice gesture, but if you would have rolled up in my crib and did it, I might have been a little upset.
This is our crib.
It was a construction zone at the time, though.
Okay.
So if I was having a house built and it was just the framing on my house and someone put a bottle of champagne in there for me, I'd say, you know what? They still cool. I with them.
I don't know why I'm pouring the whole entire bottle up. Going through it. And trust me, when it comes to money, Big Mama likes to keep it all in her pocket.
I'm just saying, everybody, though, how's everybody feeling about this pull-out trash can? You know, chip all the way down here.
All right. I'm doing
the convenience.
Splash.
Give me as much as you can fit in there. I need my vitamin C. All right, boys and girls. So I was raised not to talk about money because it's embarrassing. You know, my grandma and my granddaddy said, "Man, just don't talk about money. You know, don't go bothering your boss for too much of a raise unless you really, really earned it. You know, don't be asking people how much they make. Don't be doing stuff like that because, you know, it just, you ain't supposed to talk about money." So normally I take that advice. I don't bring stuff like this up. But however, I thought that this would be interesting because I've been a young boy boat owner and I've been a wannabe cruiser. I've done it super ghetto, and I would want someone to share this information with me. Tons of people have watched this refit, and a lot of people are interested about the cost. And normally that would be a little intrusive, but I think with a level of a refit like this, it's important to kind of share what it would cost to do something like this. It's going to give people that have never done this sort of thing before with boats, because, you know, boat has that stupid saying, bust out another 1,000. You know, to where everything's just super expensive on boats. And it was pretty expensive, but if you work it in a way, you can make it as, you know, relative as everything else. You know, living in an apartment, having, you know, to live on a boat, it costs a lot, but you save money in other spots. So I thought this would be important to share this. And, you know, a lot of people were interested, so let's get into it.
Yeah, and real quick disclaimer. We obviously live in Puerto Rico right now, so different things cost different for us. Yeah. Like some of the wood and some of the stuff is a lot
Everything
more.
here comes in on a boat. Nothing comes in on a truck, so it's much more expensive. You know, Amazon, the stuff that costs you $1 costs us $2 to get away over here for some weird reason, if they even deliver it. So there were some things on here that I did estimate that weren't exact prices, like for, you know, miscellaneous things like sandpaper, screws, razor blades, just stuff like that I'm sure I spent a good amount of money on. I didn't go through and look up every single one of those cent for cent. So we just miscellaneous stuff like that at an extra $1,000. So I shot this whole number $1,000 fat. With anything I estimated a little bit heavier because I didn't want to go under. First things first, we got into our bulkheads because that was the most important thing to us to do. Our bulkheads were completely falling apart. They were rotten. They were just holes in the walls. So for that, I had to get 3 sheets of 3/4 marine plywood here. That was $450. They were $150 a piece. And 3 sheets of 1/2-inch marine plywood that I use for the cabinets and things like that. Those were $100 a piece, so 3 of them at $100 was $300. I got my West Systems, my Bondo, and my fiberglass for that project from my dog Salchicha. I worked with a contractor here, and for all of those materials, he charged me $800. I'm guessing I probably got those at cost, and he might have even cut me a break on some of those things, so that I did really well on. Miscellaneous lumber for the booze locker was $150. I didn't use marine grade on that. I just used treated lumber, treated pine, and, you know, regular old stuff, treated plywood for that. So $150 miscellaneous lumber on this. For my PVC, for my countertops And my doors, I wanted to go with something lighter, so I went PVC board with that. I got 2 sheets at $80, so that was $160, and then I got 3 sheets at $40, so $120. Total PVC that I spent materials wise was $280. My tools was $1,000. I got a $500 bundle in the Milwaukee's. It was on sale. My router was $130 and my planer was $120. The vacuum was $150. I know that's a lot of money for a vacuum, but that thing was awesome. And then for my straight tracks, just for that track saw kit was another $100. So $1,000 total in tools. Hardware for my door sliders, for all of my cabinet latches and hidden hinges for my doors.
And hinges for the cabinets.
And hinges for the cabinets was $180. The push catch latches that keep the doors shut and then push them out, spring load them out. That was $100 for those little plastic pieces. I had 20 of them that I needed at $5 a piece. They're really expensive here. But yeah, so that was $100. The engine was $12,000. That was a big hitter. Miscellaneous engine parts, the array core, the C strainer and all the hoses, hose clamps and things like that. Mufflers was another $1,800. My battery for the engine was $100. My floor was $300. I took 3 boxes of the LifeProof flooring, $100 a box. The all grip for the paint was, we spent $1,000. We got that at cost as well. Our boy Edwin hooked it up. 1 gallon was $500. We probably could have done it all with 1 gallon, but when we started off on the V-berth, Big Mama's Castle, we were double layering, trying to make everything look good on that. So we ran a little bit shy.
We did inside all of our cabinets.
Yeah, we did the inside of the cabinets because we didn't want to put a fabric in there. I wanted it to be wipeable and all that stuff. So we used the all grip. We have enough left that we might be able to paint our cockpit or even possibly the entire outside of the boat somewhere a little bit down the line.
And only because our last paint wasn't the best.
Yeah,
all grip is the best.
The preem.
If you're going to paint it, just choose all grip. Don't do anything else.
Yep. So our paint was $1,000. Our miscellaneous lights for including all of the lights, the wire for the lights, and all the little crimper fittings, the heat shrink and all that was $165. For our faucets, our sinks, and all of our plumbing to plumb it all in was $805. For that, we got a porcelain sink, a giant stainless steel sink, faucet for the kitchen, faucet for the half bath, and then
shower valve.
And the shower valve and the sprayer came separately, so $805. Those things are just expensive. There was no way around that. She searched all over the internet. For the cool looking stuff, you got to just bust out that wallet. Maple for all the trim was, I had 7 1x8s at $35, so that was $245 total for all of that. The stain and all that stuff was included in the miscellaneous, razor blade stuff. So that was included in that price. Oh, the fabrics. All of the fabrics for our foam back on our walls, the fabric for our cushions, and the foam for that mattress that we cut up. That came in at a total of $654. We had a couple of big add-on products that were, our washer was $1,200. And we had to get a step-up connector for that off of Amazon, which was another $50 because our washer's Korean. It's pretty wild to do laundry like that. I'm learning Korean as going with my Spanish. So we did that, and then we also had the autopilot. The autopilot was $2,000. It came with everything that you needed. There, we didn't have to buy anything extra for the autopilot. She might make an autopilot cover though out of some leftover fabric. So look forward to that.
Yeah, I got leftover fabrics on both of those. So.
Oh, wait, I forgot 2 things. I forgot the laminate. We spent $400 on the laminate. I had to get 14 4x8 sheets of this. So that was $420. And then the windows, new windows too, we got $480 for the shapes to be cut out and polished, and then the leftover sheet to finish my hatches. That total was $480. So for some reason I skipped over that.
Yeah, he skipped that. But it's still $25,000.
Yeah, for all of that included was $25,479. But if you take away the $12,000 for the washer, the $2,000 for the autopilot, what does that put us at? $14,000. And then, for the washer, let's call it another $1,000. That's $15,000 right there between the autopilot, the washer, and the engine. So, what we did on the inside here was under $10,000. But I put in, at least $180,000 worth of man hours because, Larry Laminato don't come cheap. But yeah, we did it all ourselves. We were able to save money there, so that was good. But that's the basic breakdown of the price on that.
Cheers.
You know,
and nothing going bad.
These champers hit different in the booze locker. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we don't have an update video in a month saying, it all went wrong.
It's just the foam. It's all the foam's going to light up on fire. That's what's going to go bad.
Oh, I hope the foam don't light on fire. If the foam lights on fire, RIP. You were right. People panicked about that.
Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope we answered some of your questions and hopefully cleared some things up if you were wondering how much things cost. And it's just sailing time now.
Yeah, boys and girls.
We got the boat ready. It's time.
It's ready. The next time you see old GBU, we're going to be hitting sail, as some people would say. We're about to hit sail. So we're going to be putting all this big money to the test. We're going to be testing the bulkheads. We're going to be testing the engine. We're going to be testing the AP. We're going to be testing the fenders. We're going to go on a little sailing adventure here. I don't know how long we're going to stay out. There's a couple islands right around here. So
yeah, we got to test things out and be careful.
We're going to be hitting it. So, you know, no more boat work. No more teachers. No more books. No, what is it? No more homework. No more books. No more teachers' dirty looks. School's out for summer, and summer is beginning here in GBU. I know it's almost Christmas time, but we finna get it, and I hope everything works out. I hope we didn't waste our money.
Yeah, and if you're wondering about anything, I left a lot of links down below for different parts of our boat. I tried to link all the things we bought on Amazon, tools, and all that stuff. So check that out if you're interested.
So here's to you, guys. Anyone that's been through this 10-month refit with us, anyone that's been here for all the bad jokes, all the injuries, all the times I chopped my fingers all up. You know, a lot of y'all got to talking that slick. Old Uncle Mattie's still here with 10 fingers and 10 toes. So for y'all, here's to you. Thank you for sticking with us.
It was close though, guys.
I did almost chop them a few times. I did.
Like you're saying that as you have a bandage on one of your fingers.
It don't. If you don't cut it off, it don't count.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna get a nick here and there.
Okay. Alright guys, we'll see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, hit like, and check out our t-shirts, guys. We got the new t-shirts. Pop off. Bye.